Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Acupuncture is My Life. Now, in this episode, I want to go over a few things that you should never, ever do if you want to avoid having a stroke. Okay? Because not only in the United States, but many other countries, strokes are the top cause of death, and it's also a major cause of disability. And I know some of you listening, this is going to scare you, but it is a reality. And the amount of people having strokes these days are going up globally for some strange reason. Now, until we can pinpoint a reason as to why there's a huge spike in people experiencing strokes, I find it best that I inform you of certain things that you should just simply never do to sort of avoid or lower your risk of stroke. All right, and I'll even start with sedentary lifestyle. Okay, not good. Not good. Huge risk factor for stroke. Sitting around. And I know some of you are like, well, my job requires that I sit down. Well, it doesn't require that you sit still for 8 straight hours or 6 straight hours or 7. You need to get up and walk in intervals. If you're lucky, 15 minutes. But I know some of you are in meetings long term and you're sitting. If you can pause your meeting or put on headphones, Bluetooth that allows you to walk away but still hear what's being discussed as well as be able to communicate. You have to be creative. You have to be creative in finding ways to move, because it's known that regular physical activity helps keep your blood vessels clog free. Okay, it stops the buildup of plaque in your arteries. So it's not just, okay, I went to the gym for 20 minutes, so I'm going to sit for the rest of the day. That is sort of negating what you've done for 20 minutes earlier, i.e. having gone to the gym. You want to take walks, even on your lunch break, if you're working. Let's say you get an hour, warm up your food, leave it at your desk, go for a nice half-hour walk, 30-minute walk, come back, eat, and drink water. Drink about 16 to 22 ounces, 24 ounces of water. Now, on your days off, you want to do some biking. Now, even when you do gardening, that's considered being active, which is very good for you. Some of you may work in buildings or congested areas in cities where taking that walk is a little tough. So what you may want to do is go to the staircase of the building that you work in and just walk up a few flights, walk down a few flights, walk up a few flights, walk down a few flights for about 20 minutes. Trust me, that burn is like awesome. I used to do that before I became an acupuncturist. That burn is like so awesome. Another is, don't ignore your blood pressure. Because healthy lifestyle can reduce the risk of both heart disease as well as stroke. But then there's one factor that's the most impactful. It would be your blood pressure. And you see, elevated blood pressure over a period of time can lead to huge problems and increase your risk of stroke. And you see, this ties into you remaining active because it helps maintain a healthy blood pressure. But if you notice that you haven't been active, you've been leading a sedentary lifestyle, check your blood pressure. Don't ignore it because you're afraid that it may be high. You want to know what it is because it can serve as an incentive for you to get up off your butt and get moving, get going. Because if you're active, you reduce your blood pressure to within a good range, you reduce your risk of stroke by 60%. That is a huge number. Think about it. It's not about being afraid of what your blood pressure numbers may indicate. It's about being proactive to say, if it is high, I'm going to get this down. And one of the ways of getting it down, along with being active, is making acupuncture a part of your life. Regular acupuncture visits. And that leads into the next thing is don't skip regular checkups, not just by your general practitioner, physician, but with your acupuncturist. Because we'll be able to determine what's going on with you and lead you in the right direction, not just with treatment protocol, but even ways outside of the clinic to reduce your blood pressure through diet, Eastern nutrition consultation, maybe even herbs temporarily, not for the rest of your life, not for 15 years, not for 10 years. But herbs can play a big part. You being active, adding needlepoint prescription to help you get a better sleep at night, because your rest at night plays a big part as well. Huge part. Because it's all about the wealth being in you, because health is wealth. The wealth it's not in your wallet or your purse or your pocket. The wealth is not in your bank account, investment account, cryptocurrency account, retirement account, or what have you. The wealth is not under your mattress, nor is it in a shoebox in a closet. The wealth is in you. That's where it is. And that's why you're going to start with making acupuncture a part of your life. But another thing you should look to avoid doing is smoking. Oh my gosh, I don't care what it is. Some people will vape, others will smoke cannabis and say, hey, at least I don't smoke cigarettes, so I don't consider what I'm doing not smoking. No, you are still smoking, and vaping is horrible. If you're vaping, stop. Like right now. And if you're addicted to smoking, seeing acupuncturists, because there are special protocols that treat any type of addiction that's harmful for your health. Because smoking definitely increases your risk of stroke as well as heart disease, because it causes your blood vessels to narrow over time, which leads to blockages in blood flow to parts of the brain. So it's important that you're aware of this. It's important that you know this. Okay? Another is drinking too much alcohol, which also fits within this protocol that many acupuncturists administer for addiction. If you're addicted to smoking, recreational drugs, alcohol, whatever, you need to see an acupuncturist right away. But drinking too much alcohol is not good for you. Not only is it tied to certain types of cancers and liver disease and so forth, heart disease, but stroke. All right? And it's also important that you're aware of. And these are things that your acupuncturist will bring to your attention. You know, there's many guidelines out there. Don't have more than 2 drinks a day, or 4 drinks in one sitting, or 1 drink a day. I, as an acupuncturist, would say don't drink. If you're drinking, stop. Okay? If you're drinking, stop. But you know what? Since I'm on the topic of stop, if you're doing something right now, lifting something heavy, I want you to stop. Operating a vehicle, pull it to the side of the road or land it at the nearest airport. And if you're crossing the street, hurry up and safely get across the street. Because now I need you to close your eyes. And I need you to say to yourself, acupuncture is my life. And now open them. Boom. You are now brand new. And brand new you are. Another thing that's important is your diet. Don't ignore your diet. Don't think, and you know, there are patients, my colleagues and I, we discuss this a lot. There are patients that will come in for regular wellness visits and think, you know, after my treatment it's all good. This weekend I can go out and eat junk food. And you know, I speak a lot about junk food and bad foods to eat. If you're not following me on TikTok, follow me on TikTok, because I discuss that a lot. But you think after your treatment you could put the cape on and do anything you want in life. Yeah, because you feel good for the moment. But you don't want to negate the powerful effects of that treatment by going out and eating bad. Because a proper diet is important for managing your risk for stroke. Everything in moderation, except for processed or ultra-processed foods, genetically modified foods. No, there is no moderation for that. Don't even touch it. You talk about diet, stroke, concerns about salt. The body needs salt, but you want to look into sea salt. Possibly even pink Himalayan salt, but then that has its limitations because of what the thyroid gland needs. So you really want to more so focus on sea salt. Every now and then you could touch pink Himalayan salt as well. But you know, when it comes to your diet, tons of fruits and vegetables. I don't know how to say this like 1,000,000 times over. A diet rich in fruits and vegetables and quality red meat is awesome. You want to drink plenty of water, some herbal teas, and so forth. These things are super important. But along with that, just simply make acupuncture a part of your life, okay? Because acupuncture is my life. What's yours?